They said octopus?
Yes. It's canned. It's canned octopus.
You trying to do Fear Factor. This is not...
Really?
Octopus? This
It's
is
like
regular?
calamari, bitch.
I ain't never had calamari.
You never had calamari?
I thought
That's what I
calamari
think.
was like a vegetable.
I thought I saw you late last night and Brooklyn,
What I do today? Damn, I can't remember. I did a lot. I got a haircut.
Nice.
Got a little haircut, you know.
Speaking of motherfucking haircuts. Now
So-
so let's talk about it. Let's look at it because I feel like this side is perfect.
Yeah, it's like...
This side is a little, do you see it? You see it, right? So I went to a different barber than I usually go to, and this barber, I've been on him for like 4 years, and I trust him, and I don't even gotta tell him much. You know, he just knows what to do. I forget barbershops are closed on Mondays.
Yeah.
And I went to him with no appointment, just thinking I could just walk in, and he was closed, and I was like, damn, who is open? So I went to this other place that I had faith in. There was only 2 barbers there. One was busy, and he was cutting somebody here, and he was dressed to the nines and looked like he said they was going to a funeral, so something else was on his mind. And then he was like, but yeah, we got a barber in the back. He come in. I was like, all right, he was in the bathroom. He was in the bathroom for a very long time, so I feel like I disrupted him.
Yeah.
But he came out, and he seemed confident. He seemed confident.
You gotta use your
So I
third
was
eye
like,
on that
all
way.
right.
You gotta use your third eye on that way.
And it was all going pretty well. Like I wanted a really simple cut. I was just like, well, I think it's a simple cut. My hair was already a high top.
Yeah.
But he said okay. I thought he had it. It just when it came to the lineup part, it was just the lineup, and I was like, this is more than what's supposed to be going. It's like, you can't just change it like an outfit, like
My
something's
crown's
off.
fucked up, you know? This is
I feel
delicious,
you.
friend.
This is delicious. I'm so glad we ordered it. And it's hit. I feel like I'm about to be swervy.
Also, when I get drunk, my mouth starts getting a little hard.
No, but I feel like just thinking about this straw, did you feel it? I love how New York is catching up.
Yeah, it's
Because
strong
I
ass
was
straw.
living, and it feels compostable. It don't feel like it's plastic.
I don't think it is.
But having lived in California for a while and seeing all of the progress that is being intentionally made around, like, do better for the planet, like each individual person, all the companies, like, let's be thoughtful about how we affect the planet. New York was so behind on that. Like, I think it's gonna be about at least another decade before we actually stop using plastic bags.
Yeah.
How long do you think? Plastic bags?
I don't think about that shit. Like, the stuff I think about is like, I don't fuck with like killing bugs. Like, I try my best not to
You
kill
don't fuck with what?
Killing bugs. I try not to kill a bug. That's how I get back to the nature.
No, them motherfuckers gotta go.
No, I'll be trying. But it's interesting that I'm so like hyper vigilant on that. But I didn't even think about the cardboard baguette. You know, like I didn't even think at all. And since you said that,
It's so much monetary waste too.
talk about monetary as in money.
Right.
When we gonna get the EP, Regi Angelou? Regi Angelou, they calling you to the stage. Regi Angelou, they calling you to the stage.
Okay, you always hype me up.
Yes, yes.
I wasn't expecting that question. When you gonna get what? What you said, an EP?
I mean, let's do album.
Because the album
You're
is
past
crazy.
it. You're past it. You're past EP.
Yeah, I've done an EP. You know what I think the difference in those things are? I think as a rapper or any kind of like recording artist, that an EP is seasonal. An EP is like, this is what I'm doing right now.
Yeah.
Like, I got this collection of things I've been doing for this season.
Yeah.
And an album is more comprehensive. It's like
Yeah.
It's telling a full story.
Yeah, it's meant to stay.
And I think that I had many EPs to put out at different times in the past couple years, and I didn't put them out, and they're no longer relevant.
Oh.
They're no longer relevant. So I'm wondering, like, exactly what do I do
Relevant
with
how?
those things?
Relevant in your life or relevant in the subject matter for the world?
Well, life and experiences are always relevant in subject matter, right? So I
Yeah.
guess they could be a part of an album. But there are so many things I've dealt with, like, that are completely different
Yeah.
and completely, like, not in conversation with each other. Over the past, it's been 2019 is when
Yeah.
I released the EP.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
2023.
That's a lot of time. That's a lot of
It's
life.
4 years later. That's crazy.
That's a lot of life.
Like, shit ain't never been this expensive.
Yeah, that's real.
Like, there's never been this many expenses pulling on us. There has never been this many subscriptions. The housing cost has never been this high. Like, there just has
New
never
York
been
is the
so many expenses.
most expensive city in the world.
It's outrageous.
The world. I saw that and I was like, the world, Craig?
There's only so far that a native New Yorker can get.
Yeah.
Like, I'm thinking about, so I'm from Queens, but I went away.
Yeah.
Like, I graduated high school in North Carolina, I went to college in North Carolina, and then I came back to pursue opportunities. And these opportunities were things that I got in the South or elsewhere and came back to act upon. But none of my family did that.
Yeah.
I was the only one in my family that was able to leave and come back for opportunities. Everybody that's from New York ain't got shit.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
My whole family, well, the majority of them, I have some cousins still here, but majority of them left too. They lived there for over 60 years. And like,
Did they own anything?
no.
Yeah.
I know, I've seen the effects of gentrification, like I've seen it. But the difference is now I live alone. So to think, and I love my home, you know, I'd be like
Yeah.
aching to get back home.
I love your home.
Okay, and to think that someone could possibly just walk in there, you know, or I'd be kicked out and told that this shit is not mine.
That they would say your rent now doubles.
What? In my home?
Can you afford this? Like, your rent is now doubled. Now what?
And they don't know what they tapping into when you go into somebody's house. Like if they try to take me out my shit, they're gonna be haunted. You understand? Like, my shit?
I'm excited to see it.
Crazy. My whole house would go crazy on them. Like mine? Come on. Stop it. It's nuts.
My building is being gentrified so fast.
Yeah.
And I live in a very black neighborhood. It's historically black.
Very black.
It's not just like black or of color. It's specifically like Black American.
Very black American, yeah.
And that's I feel like we gotta make that distinction all the time. Like, yes, black is a skin color. When I talk shit about the money that we're owed, about reparations,
Yeah.
I'm talking specifically about American descendants of slavery.
Yeah.
Like, people who have the history of building the economics of this country, like being the labor, being the currency that
Yeah,
the economy is built on. The American economy is built on, and centuries later, still having no access, still having no authority over those gains.
Yeah.
Like, for America being such a powerful country, where is my part of the power?
What is I have like it's not really complicated, but like a back and forth relationship with the idea of reparations. Because for one,
What's the back?
well, I'll tell you, not back and forth is like, I don't want it. Like that's not, let me be clear. Give me that shit. But I'm thinking like, when you hear those stories of like black people who've been let out of jail 10 years later because they realize that, you actually were innocent, or maybe they changed that law. You know, like those stories we hear, and then they get like a payout, like $1 million, you know? And like, now you can live your life. But it's like, I spent 10 years in jail, you know? What is $1 million to 10 years of my life that I will never get again? And I think about that with reparations. It's just like, what is owed is not a dollar amount.
That's why I think reparations has to be very comprehensive.
Yes, it has to
Like,
be more.
When you make a wound,
Yeah.
you can make a wound in a half a second. It's gonna take months for that wound to heal.
Yeah.
So to think about
Yeah.
reparations, I'm thinking about they wanted to do social reparations with like, okay, black people equal, you can like go to school together, you can do whatever. Okay, political reparations, black people can have representatives that represent their community, which is also bullshit because these figureheads is not representative of the black community.
Right.
But fuck all that.
Right.
I want the economic reparations,
Yeah.
like of being to have been a people that this economy was written with me not having anything. Like the economy was created and decided and thought about and imagined with black people having nothing. In fact, black people's labor and bodies being the currency
the
by
plan.
which
It was in the
It was in the
plan.
plan for black people to have nothing. So we never revised that system. We might have revised socially that black people were free, but we never revised the economic system.
Yeah.
Black people were never cut in on the money, and not black people, American descendants of slavery.
Yes. Let's be clear.
Were not cut in. Well, you know what? American descendants of slavery were cut in, but the white ones.
Yeah.
Because there was reparations
Yes.
for white people. There were reparations for white people, but there was no reparations for the American descendants of slavery that were black Americans. We were specifically cut out of that. So this is why I'm like, I want my money. I need about 3 or 4 million, just me individually. But then I need I got this whole plan for reparations. You ready?
Yes.
I got a plan.
Yes.
There needs to be a multi-generational finance plan for black people to have the capacity to own homes. Like that's first, because that's the generational wealth that we're locked out of, the ownership of homes.
Yes.
We need to be able to own homes, to pass down wealth. We need money to create businesses, to educate ourselves, to live independently of white help. In addition to that, we need these monies to be allotted to a government fund which monitors the distribution of this year after year for as long as America is alive. Because I'm not sure how long that's gonna fucking be either, honestly.
And you know what also I need? Like you talk about the different tiers of reparation, like social, economic, all that. I need spiritual too. Like I need spiritual reparations. And by that I mean, I need space. You know, like the constant white standard that pervades everything. And like, this would be a hard thing because even walking in this bar, you see it.
Are we the only Negroes?
You know, you see it.
We're the only Negroes in this
And
bar.
like, it's just not just that, but it's like, even if it was just a bunch of niggas here, there's still ways that it pervades even that space. And I just want space from it all. To like stop thinking about it, stop being high alert of whether or not something has happened to me right now. Like, am I being injustice did? You know, like, is that happening right now?
Justice right now.
And sometimes you do, and you don't know till later. It's like, oh my God, I was injustice did, and I didn't do nothing. I hate that, and it's like so much in my mind, and it's like, that's the reparations I need. I need the space from having to like, always have to interpret shit. And it happens not just with white people, but like dark-skinned support group. It happens intercommunally. Ooh, this is delicious.
Is it delicious?
What? It's good, right? I don't really taste liquor though.
I taste tequila for sure. There's a hint of like mushroom. I mean, bitch, imagine mushroom was in it. I meant to say marshmallow. But there's a hint of marshmallow.
I taste it.
It's in there. One more time.
Wait. Yeah.
It's in there.
Nigga, you know what I used to eat when I was younger?
Marshmallow?
Peanut butter jelly and fluff sandwich. And you put you know what fluff is, right?
Yeah.
You spread that fluff on that peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Peanut butter jelly and fluff.
What?
On
Take me
bread?
back, yeah.
On white bread? White bread, not wheat?
Yum. No. Fucking weed.
I hated wheat bread.
Why eat?
I wanted that onesie. I wanted that white onesie bread.
I like to roll that shit up. Yeah.
Roll the bread up?
Yeah, you don't do
I
that?
don't roll the bread up.
Yeah.
Like into a hardish kind of bowl?
Yeah, dude. I'll think about it now. But I can't eat fluff no more because
it ain't fucking good for you. That shit probably got formaldehyde in it. Look,
I ain't care about that part. I was worried about the cavities.
Right, yeah, the cavities too. Every fucking thing.
You know, I was thinking about coming here 2 years ago. Yeah, about 2 years ago. I wouldn't have even been able to do this with you
Why not?
because I didn't drink. I didn't drink until my 31st birthday. I'm 32 now.
You didn't drink in all of your life until your 31st birthday?
I didn't drink.
Who are you? What?
I didn't smoke until I was 27. I was raw dogging it.
You didn't
and I was
smoke
going through
weed?
nothing. I didn't smoke anything.
Like anything, but you didn't smoke weed?
Nothing. I did nothing. Because my mother was like it's such a traumatic experience with her being an alcoholic that I was just like, I'm
not gonna do that.
You're not gonna catch me. And also it's in my family, and I was like, I'm not about to be that. But I really couldn't do it 2 years ago because I had like panic attacks being around alcohol. It got past me like doing it because I didn't want to.
Around alcohol or around people drinking alcohol?
People drinking alcohol around like bars, like the side. Like sometimes I'll get a lot, but in particular around people changing after they drank. That shit triggered me. I was like, oh, bitch. It used to be a lot, but my 31st birthday, I was just like, I gotta live a different life. Like, I can't keep on with this one. You know, like, this big fear I have is like taking up too much space. At that point, it was like the main thing I was talking about in therapy. And I was like, this is too much. So my 31st birthday, I was like, I'm a drink. I was like,
that's the solution.
I'm a drink. Like, and I told my friends, it was like, Tim, what? I was like, yeah, I'm a drink tonight. Because it was like that. And they were all shocked because like 31 years.
Do you remember how you felt that first time drinking?
That shit was nasty. I was like,
it is nasty. It's like some shit that when you consume it, it feels actively like this is fucking bad for
like
me.
poison. I was like,
I should not do
this
this.
long, this is what I've been scared of. Y'all niggas are disgusting. But then I started finding, shit that tastes good. And I was like, I love tequila.
Like, this shit is delicious.
20 minutes later.
That's what For Loco did to college students.
Nigga, I was drinking, I had my first Red Bull as a sophomore in high school.
Thank you. Yes. What's this?
Pickled vegetables.
Awesome. Thank you. Okay, so
What the fuck did you
this we have 3 appetizers coming out. What's the one you said?
Did they say octopus?
Yes. It's canned. It's canned octopus.
You trying to do Fear Factor. This is not
Really?
octopus? This
It's
is
like
regular.
calamari, bitch.
I ain't never had calamari.
You never had calamari?
No.
Well, let this be an
calamari?
experience. Those little rings, a lot of times they're fried, but
Oh, I think I had that
the little
before.
rings,
It
it's the
like
same
is-
thing. It's the same shit.
Really? I thought
That's what I
calamari
think.
was like a vegetable. No.
It's chewy. What vegetable is chewy?
I don't know vegetables. I be eating vegetables like that.
You did say when I had some shit, you was like, oh, what's this? I feel like it just dropped.
When God dropped this? I do not. I just
God
started eating
dropping some
vegetables.
new shit. What's this?
I just started eating
That's
vegetables.
hilarious
I
to
thought
me.
calamari was a damn.
Can you
need
assist
help?
me in opening this? I feel like I bent it back all the way, but it's still not. Thank you. I just wasn't pulling it hard enough. It's hard, right?
Shit, I also don't want to cut myself. That look crazy. I would tell you that.
Well, anyway, the pickled vegetables are here too, so you can fuck with that. Try it. Bitch, I've never had it in a can before.
Not
That's
it
something
smell
I've
like
never
that.
tried. I've never had it in a can before. Nah, it tastes like chicken.
Nah, I'm not okay enough for that.
It tastes like chicken. I watch you not.
That is a tentacle, sis.
No.
And you're chewing on it. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God, that is disgusting. I'm sorry. That is disgusting. Oh. That is so nasty. Look at that. It's like the tentacle, like you see on like TV and shit.
Cause when did we ever see an octopus?
When do you ever see that?
Other than when you eating them bitches. That's what I
feel
said about
like
crab.
TV.
That's what I said about crab. When them shits is extinct, we gonna tell our kids we ate them.
Yeah, y'all
fucking
niggas
hate
eating
them.
octopus out of tuna cans. And we're talking about the environment. This is crazy. That's a metal tuna can with fucking octopuses out of it. This is shit crazy. No nonsense.
Oh, I'm trying to swallow my octopus. You gotta stop. You gotta stop. You gotta stop. You gotta chill.
He said try it. Yeah, the fuck right. Yeah, the fuck right. Ooh.
No, seriously. You don't want to taste it at all? Even one taste? I really would like you to. I ordered it so that we could try it.
And Fear Factor. That's what the fuck you're trying to do. That's two
Fear
different
Factor.
shows. Okay.
Try it. You're gonna like really love it. You're gonna really fuck with it. I'm telling you. You see the flavor of shrimp I'm talking about? It's the flavor of shrimp.
Wait, hold up. It gotta taste like a fish stick. I fucks with octopus. I take it back.
Right?
I take it back. This slap.
That's good though.
I want you to tell me about. I'm not gonna remember. What was the name of your magazine?
Butter.
Oh, fuck. It's smooth with a little pop. Butter is such a good ass name.
Butter magazine.
Butter magazine.
Oh. All right. Well, let the people know about it. I was just thinking, damn, am I ready for that to be out in the world yet?
Yeah,
But I am.
Butter magazine.
Yeah.
I'm a contributing editor.
Okay, let me get the framework together for you. Because I have all the parts. I have essays for my students. Your bitch be thinking. My framework is hip hop culture, fashion, music, experience. And in that is like the history and the youth. The
Yeah.
history and the youth.
Yeah.
Like that's hip hop, the history and the
The
youth.
youth.
And that's what I'm doing right now. Like that's all of what I'm doing. And my prompt for students for their like final essay was, how has hip hop affected and continue to affect culture, and vice versa? How has culture continued to affect hip hop? They wrote fire fucking essays. They wrote fire essays.
Yes.
I got my contributors.
Yeah.
I got my contributors.
That is child labor.
Child accomplishment. Like they about to be published.
Word.
I want all of their names published.
You know, I wrote my first. Actually, wrote my first article when I was in high school for a magazine.
Wow.
So there was these two black dudes, upperclassmen, that I looked up to so much when I was high school. I was a sophomore and they were a senior. It was Landon Woodson and Hezekiah Griggs III, okay?
The
And he
third.
let you know. And Hez was a business owner in high school. Like,
Wow.
he,
How?
owned businesses having, who the fuck knows? But Hez was, he owned H3 Media, HG3 Media. He had his own magazine in which I contributed. I wrote for the Black History Month about, I think, Martin Luther King. And it was my first thing I ever wrote for. And it was big. And this guy and Landon, they were best friends. And Landon was on a track team. And I just wanted to be like Landon's, he was an amazing runner. And he later became an actor. And I went to see his shows recently. But those two were the kind of, I went to predominantly Hispanic Spanish school, so having these two black men, upperclassmen that were doing shit, I was I want to be put me under your wing, you know, and they did in many ways. But Hez, he gave me my first chance. But the thing is, Hez actually he died in a car accident.
Wow.
A few years back, and it was crazy. It was crazy. It was nuts. But he was always. We talk about the word outstanding and the real truth of it. You stand out. That's what you need to be.
Right.
Hez was just outstanding. He just
Stood out.
yeah.
He did things
talked
differently.
He was taught in high school. He was a grown man. He was a politician.
Wow.
He was taking meetings, leaving class early to take meetings with network. It was nuts.
He was born for this. He was built for this.
And he gave me a piece of advice around business. And he was and I still hold this, even though I haven't been as cognitive as I need to. But he said, always have an answer if someone asks you, what do you need?
What do you need?
Yeah, so if say Diddy comes to you and say, okay, I like what you do, what do you need?
I need funding for a
With this-
project that are gonna pay
Clear.
a team of about 15 people that is going to finance a location, the means of production, for visuals, for marketing. What else?
What
What
else?
else I need?
I have a strong connection to Biggie and reverence. I had it for my whole life, and mostly because he reminded me of my family, because he's so Brooklyn.
Because
And
to remind you of your family.
Yeah, so Brooklyn, and my family, my uncles has different stories of Big back in the day, that type of shit. So he feels closer, and also he was just so fucking talented. And the thing that I love about him the most is that he has a city that holds him forever. And I think that is beautiful. Brooklyn will hold Biggie forever. This quiche, I love me a quiche.
I'm so glad that you're enjoying it, because I was like, damn, I don't order this and I really don't want to eat.
I love me a
an egg.
quiche. Well, I take any type of quiche.
Good to know.
I love me a quiche. Something about it. I just love egg.
I don't know if I ever knew that. Egg. Have you seen the price of eggs go up extremely? I haven't been looking at it. I've only been
Listen.
seeing them on the internet, the commentary.
My mother came because she got mad extra food stamps. So she was like, every month I'm gonna come to your house and we're gonna go to the grocery store. I'm spend some. I was like, hell yeah, mama, come through. Thank you. So we at the grocery store and I'm like, just get the bare minimums. Don't go crazy. I just need this. We get to the eggs. It was $7, $8. My mom was
But a
like,
regular little.
my mama like, why the fuck? What is this? And she's like, over it.
Go off.
She was like, Brooklyn is crazy. This is why I don't come back to Brooklyn. And she's from Brooklyn. She don't fuck with Brooklyn. She was like, I don't do this. No. She thought it was just a Brooklyn thing. She was like, it's so expensive here. She went to Jersey. About 3 days later, she texted me. She was like, you know that here it was this amount of money, apparently the farmers, and then she tell me the farmers didn't have money because of COVID, so she tell me the whole spiel that she learned from
you
somebody.
know what? But I did see like shit on Reddit from farmers about why prices are definitely about to go up. And really, I think the long and short of that shit is that it's going up because these corporations, they're lifting the prices and they're making all this profit. They're not kicking none of that back to the farmers, to the workers. It's going directly to the executives' pockets. Like, it's going to the corporations. It's not going to the people who are the means of production. It's not going to them.
Right,
and
it's not
they're
going
like,
to
fuck
us.
that shit.
It's not
It
going
ain't
to us. Because we pay $8 for some cartons. But I'll tell you one thing, I ain't buy eggs after my mother bought it. She bought it with her little food stamps. I ain't buy eggs since.
I'm trying to see. This is crazy, and this is another case for reparations.
Talk about it.
Because
I knew we'd come back,
generationally, we even to have gone to college, to have gotten 2 graduate degrees, to be in a career, I still do not have money because I am kicking money back to my mother, to generations above me. I'm kicking money to my sister, to my family, to my friends, people who need $25.
Yeah.
Like, they don't have $25. That's how close we cutting it. That's how little we have. Black people, American descendants of slavery, we don't got shit. So even when we get to a place where we have money, I don't have money. I'm trying to figure out how to make sure my mother's ends are met.
Yeah, same.
No one ever passed anything down to me, but just thinking about your mother giving you what she got in his food stamps. And you need that
that's
shit.
That's my mother. And
you
like,
need that shit.
So she's like, if I get extra food stamps, let me, like, and sometimes you gotta let people love on you. And that's been the biggest lesson for me since breaking off my marriage and now in this new life. It's just like, I wasn't in the place to front anymore, you know? Like, September 4th is when I broke it off. It's now, whatever, January 2023, you know? Like, I was in such a, low place that I couldn't be like, I don't need, no, I got it. You know, I couldn't front no more. I had to let people just care for me because I literally could not. Shit was, I got, what's it called? I got hives. I think I got hives because of stress. I just actually got the name of the thing just now. Vasovogal syncope. Basically, a sudden drop in a heart rate and blood pressure leading to fainting, often a reaction to a stressful trigger. I fainted. I told you I fainted in a movie theater, and I told my doctor, and he said this word, and it was connected to stress. And it's happened to me 3 times in my life, and each time it's been because of really a lot of stress.
Okay, because I've never quite, I've heard of it, seen it before, but never quite understood it. You know how in movies they have and they fall out.
It's real.
My mom sister said when she was at the doctor and the doctor gave her some news she didn't want, she just fainted. And I was like,
what it
wow.
is. And I fainted, and it happened to me 3 times in my life, but this time it was in the movie theaters, and I fainted and cut my eye on the wall and fell down. I had like a cut on I broke my glass. This is a new glass. Well, these are not even my prescriptions, but I got new prescription glasses. And I didn't know there was a name for it. But I told my doctor, he said it was stress. And that day, I had so many triggers as it relates to my ex. I had so many that day that I wasn't even like being cognitive of. But that shit took me down. And it's just like, you gotta stop. You can't pretend after a while because your body gonna tell you. You can't pretend. Like, you can't pretend like you cool. Like, shit get real.
That's so true.
Yeah.
Like, things affect us. We cannot act like it does not exist.
I got hives.
Right.
I was itching because of stress. And I was like, and that's also the stupidest reaction. Like, I'm not talking about my body, not stupid. But it's the most inconvenient reaction if you're stressed out
Right.
and then you start scratching.
Hives.
You become more stressed.
Wow.
Crazy. Yeah, this time taught me so much. It's just like, you have to take care of yourself.
You have to take care of yourself. That's how I feel about this whole situation, this medical situation that I'm going through. Like it's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
So even just knowing that I had high blood pressure, when the doctor told me I had high blood pressure, first of all, it wasn't even like a doctor. I went to the gynecologist and he was like, oh, your blood pressure is high. And I was like, okay.
Yeah, whatever.
Whatever.
I'm black in America.
Right. And not really thinking anything.
Right,
just
right.
like, all right. Like completely disregarding it.
Yeah. And that's how niggas be. It's like, sure. That's how I be.
Allow me to reintroduce artists who speak about the truth, dropping knowledge for the youth. Hello, I'm here to reclaim my juice. I want it now cause it's overdue. Snap on these actors who sold out the culture. I need reparations from you and all you motherfuckers. How much you made off our blood you been sucking? If you ain't bout it, then don't interrupt us. We breaking the structure. Lil' homie eating big brother. Mad cause we don't away. We feel some type of way. Plus we got time today. Black berets, feeling like fuck a community. If you don't own it, challenge who really control it. End of the free, but they still won't admit that it's stolen. Niggas stay focused. We gon' fuck shit up till it ain't no more. Cause it's been too long on this status quo. The revolution's televised. It's televised. The revolution's televised. Smell like a free nigga, don't it? Ain't no head starts, we gon' start overthrowing. We poppin' out with them skills we been honing. My people prudent about our self-improvement. All these black bodies embody the movement. This for the culture and we speak it fluent. Black folk producing that life you consuming. Give us the loot for the shit we influence. So we just gon' have to take action. Now we got traction. We taking off on you hoes like we back then. Videos tweeting and gramming and faxing. No, it ain't nice, but you lucky we axing. This ain't a drill, the world behind us. While we breaking these ties that bind us, I suggest that you take off them blinders and you bump this shit as a reminder. We gon' fuck shit up till it ain't no more. I ain't done with that yet. Challenge the system that ate in the bet. These incompetent races with mentals unchecked. If you weak, of course you perceiving the threat. Sorry, I mean this with all due respect, but get your motherfucking knee off my neck. We gon' fuck shit up till it ain't no more. Cause it's been too long on this status quo. The revolution's televised. It's televised. The revolution's televised. You can cry your tears at the minstrel show. You and all your peers about to be exposed. The revolution's televised. It's televised. The revolution's televised. Now we the people energized. Unity is recognized. Pushing back is ill-advised. Your position's compromised. Front line hold tight. Shouldn't come as no surprise. See it with your own eyes. The revolution's televised. Keep on applying the pressure. We expect more than political gestures. Don't push my niggas, we bringin' the message. Something about all this oppression make me get aggressive and I be like, oh, that's how I move. I'm from the city where niggas is mad, rude. Plus you got me in a bad mood. Hoarding my freedom like prize jewels. This art, I ain't in the streets. You should be happy I write the heat. Your favorite rapper want Regi on the beat. Study the grace and put my shit on repeat heavy. If this the rapture, you should get ready. Pray for your savior cause I flow deadly. My soul is colder than a broke levee. We could just leave that hatchet unburied. We gon' fuck shit up till it ain't no more. Cause it's been too long on this status quo. The revolution's televised. It's televised. The revolution's televised. The revolution's televised. It's televised. The revolution's televised.